Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys with another NFL Week 5 main slate video. If you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how your weekend's going. If you got a chance to watch the fights tonight, great heavyweight belt. I won't ruin it for you. I'm not going to spoil it for you in case you're like, in my day, we used to say in case you're taping it, but in case you're just going to watch it later, don't miss it. It was a great fight. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, guys. So here we are. I always wait to do my videos on Saturday night. That way, hopefully, we get all the injury news in. There's just like one injury. I think the Joe Mixon injury I'm waiting for. Other than that, I think we're pretty much good. So yeah, guys, before we get into it, if you want to come join the family, you want my lineups. You got two providers on one, Space, myself, two providers, guys. Shout out to DFS Space, my brother from another mother. You get every single sport, not just NFL, ladies and gentlemen. We're rolling on with the DFS marathon every day, especially the weekends, man. You get NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, tennis, NASCAR, soccer, esports, UFC, WNBA, college sports, EuroLeague basketball started back up, guys. That's right, EuroLeague basketball. We play that too. Click join now. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS. And then your plans right here, the cheapest in the industry, and it's not even close. DFSclub.com. 1 hour before lock, we do the members only podcast exclusively to the DFS Club in our Discord, guys. We cover price picks. Again, you get the lineups, ownership, projections, top stacks, sneaky plays, sneaky plays. We're doing NBA preseason, guys. Space is crushing NBA preseason. I had another MLB postseason sweep today, cashed on Draftkings and Fanduel. DFSclub.com, guys. Nobody can even touch these prices. We have 3-day passes for only $7.99. So don't you dare be sour. Come check us out. All right, guys. So let's bring up Draft Dashboard, which is the sponsor of this show. It's only $1 for 30 days. You guys want to check it out for yourselves? No obligations, no commitment. What do we say, guys? No bullshit. Cancel at any time. The best optimizer on the planet, guys. With that dollar, make sure you click on the link in the description below to get that deal. You get access to all my player pools. That's for NFL, MLB, NBA, and NHL. You get the lineup optimizer. You get the player trends. Who's trending up? Who's getting you right in the old prison pocket? Sleepers and studs of the slate. The position optimizer. And the NFL cheat sheet. Because if you can't win, cheat. It's got the best studs, best mid tier, best value. This is Draft Dashboard. So, you guys missed last week's video. If you guys followed my advice into that sneaky Atlanta stack, you should have done really good. So injuries, it looks like Teddy Bridgewater is going to be in. Mooney's in. Cortland Sutton went from healthy to questionable. He's probably going to play, though. All we're waiting on is the Joe Mixon news, basically. He's still questionable. We're not going to know until tomorrow. It is 10:20 on the West Coast Saturday night, and we still don't know, so we'll see, you guys. All right, so quarterbacks. 8K, Kyler Murray against San Francisco. On paper, this should be a shootout, and Kyler Murray does nothing but get, 23 is the lowest DK score he's gotten all season. 23, 38, 35. Dual threat going up against San Francisco, man. 8K, if you're going to pay up at quarterback this week, I actually don't mind it because there's lots of value in wide receiver and tight end. So if you want to pay up, Kyler Murray is definitely your dude. Dak Prescott against the Giants. These two teams hate each other with a passion. He's 6.9K, $1,200 more on FanDuel. Let's see, 27, 21, 9, 31 so far this year, guys. He's having his coming out party. Let's go. Dak Prescott, 69. Get him in there. And then, guys, Sam Darnold. We got to start really taking this guy seriously. I had a Sam Darnold lineup in my early slate last week and cashed nicely. 6.6K. This man rushes 6 to 8 times a game. Who knew, right? No Christian McCaffrey, so he's going to have to air it out, man, even more than usual. 23, 28, 37 DraftKings points in his last 3. He goes going up against Philly, guys. I love Sam Darnold again, especially for GPPs. He's drawn right now only 2% ownership. I mean, for 6-6, $1,000 more on FanDuel. Yeah, guys, that's a travesty. Next up, Daniel Jones, I don't mind against Dallas. 6K, 31, 17, 30. He surprised a lot of people this year, including myself. Lowest he's got is a very safe floor. This is 17. Dallas is ranked 29th in the league this year against quarterbacks. So, yeah, Daniel Jones at only 6K. I don't mind that. $1,400 more on FanDuel. Another GPP play. Let's see. Jared Goff, I don't mind. For 5-3 seems kind of cheap for Jared Goff. He hasn't been the most consistent this year, but he hasn't been too bad. This Detroit-Minnesota game is supposed to be very high scoring. So a lot of people are just automatically going to go Minnesota's way. I don't mind a little Detroit stack. I don't mind rostering Jared Goff if you want to be a little different. Only garnering 2% right now, so you can get him in there. My Skywalker sneaky stack of week 5 is going to be the Miami Dolphins going up against Tampa Bay. Their defense is destroyed, all banged up. You got Jacoby Brissett here. He's only 5.2K. Tampa Bay gives it up to quarterbacks, man. 27th in the league against QBs. At 5.2, man, if he gets you just a 20, I think that's fantastic. I think that's great value. And I think the ownership is going to be really low. So I love me a little Miami stack, except for the running backs. Let's not get hasty. But yeah, don't mind Jacoby Brissett for a GBP line at 5.2. And then Trey Lance will probably be the cash quarterback this week. He's probably going to garner all the chalk, 5.7K. It's probably just a price tag thing. I mean, because we saw a little bit of him last week. He had 7 rushes, 20 DK points, going up against Arizona. I don't know, guys. To me, like I say it every week, right? It seems like the chalk always busts. So I guess he's going to play for cash games, Trey Lance, but that's about it, man. I'm not going to run him in GPPs. Let's go to running backs. Derrick Henry, even with A.J. Brown back, don't mind it. 9K. $1,400 more on FanDuel. That was hard to swallow there. But the touches, he'll probably go back down to mid to upper 20s, though, in touches. That's just a hefty price tag, guys. Going up against Jacksonville, though, the matchup is too sweet. We're talking about a dude who got 51 DK points 3 weeks ago. So definitely worth a look. If he busts this week, though, at that high price tag, I mean, his price tag is just going to keep going up and up and up. He'll hit 20K next week. And you know what? You got to find ways to play him. So definitely a cash play there. Taylor Swift's long-lost brother, DeAndre Swift, 6.1K. Again, high-scoring affair. If you want to go to the Detroit side, I don't mind it. Minnesota's 22nd in the league against running backs. So they give it up to running backs, so I don't mind that. James Robinson against Tennessee for 6K. He's been pretty solid his last 2 weeks, 21-25 on 18-15 rushing attempts. So I don't mind James Robinson. Tennessee, I mean, they're still a little light there on wide receivers. Then we got Damian Williams filling in Chicago in that backfield. You guys saw what Austin Eckler did to these Raiders. He did them dirty. So Damian Williams has that same opportunity. Stuck it in for David Montgomery. And I think 5.6 is a really, really good price point. Like I said, you can pay down at running back and wide receiver this week. Hell, even at tight ends. So if you want to pay up a quarterback, you can do it. Damian Williams, just get him in there at 5.6. Leonard Fournette should be very popular this week. Just be careful because Giovanni Bernard is back. So that might take some production away from Leonard Fournette. So I don't know how much I'll have of him. I'd rather just play Damian Williams at 5.6. But, I mean, yeah, he's in play. But that Giovanni Bernard coming back kind of bugs me a little bit. And then Saquon Barkley is just too cheap. Let's face it. I'll probably get more Barkley this week than Derrick Henry. It's just a price point thing for me, man. He should be 8K. He should be 8K or higher, especially on FanDuel. He's only $500 more on FanDuel, guys. Saquon Barkley, 12% ownership right now. It's pretty high. So I would consider it probably a cash game play, but yeah, he's just too damn cheap. Let's see. And then kicking it with Kareem Hunt. Nobody's talking about him, and I don't know why. He's only 5.8K. I'd rather play him than Nick Chubb. 14, 10, 13 rushing attempts in his last 3 weeks. and he gets a lot of targets, guys. He's got 10 targets in his last 2 games, 28, 17 DK points in his last 2. Give me some Kareem Hunt at 5'8". As to Nick Chubb, what is he? Where did he go? There, he's 6'7". So give me the savings at 5'8". Give me some kicking it with Kareem Hunt. And then James Conner, why the hell not? Why not take a shot here at 5'6"? He's getting all the vulture carries. He's getting all the goal line carries. So if you're going to, especially if you're going to play the most expensive quarterback on the slate, Kyler Murray, you might want to get James Conner in there just in case he just hands the ball off to him, and then there went your points for Murray. But yeah, Conner, 5'6", buttload of quarterbacks, touchdowns in his last 2 weeks. Quarterbacks, my goodness. But the touches are there too, and they're drastically going up here. 8, then 11, then 18. Again, he's only 5'6". Give me some James Conner against San Francisco. Nobody's talking. I'm giving you the players nobody's talking about, guys. That's what's up. Aren't you guys tired of watching the same old videos, watching the same old players, talking about the same old guys? You don't get that with me. I'm always looking for that edge. Let's go to wide receiver. Lots of wide receivers to talk about. Devontae Adams, always in play at 8-2 against Cincinnati. Justin Jefferson for Minnesota. If you're going to play a Minnesota stack, I think he's a must-have at 7-7, 20, 30 in his last 2. DeAndre Hopkins, could this be the week? I'm thinking it might be the week, guys. You're going to get him at 7% right now. He's in a slump. I get it. But I'm not seeing anything regarding his ribs anymore. So he should be fully healthy. So DeAndre Hopkins, you guys don't know about rib injuries. It hurts to breathe. So, of course, I think I'm not making excuses, but I kind of am for him. I'm just saying. Give me a healthy DeAndre Hopkins at 7-6 at low ownership, especially if you're doing a Cardinal stack. $100 cheaper on Fanduel, especially on Fanduel. Get him in there. DJ Moore, how can you not roster this guy at 7-5? He's never gotten less than 10 targets a game. Never dipped below 10 targets. 11, 12, 12, 22, 24, 35. Now, if you're playing Sam Darnold, you best get DJ Moore in there. Pair him up with him at 7-5. Deebo Samuel at 7-1. You guys going to do a Niner stack? I knew this guy was going to be good last year, man, but what a year he's having right now. 8, 10, 12 targets, 16, 10, 39 DK points. Don't mind him. I never thought I'd see Deebo Samuel at 7.1K, but hey, he's earned it. The Cincinnati receivers, man. Jamar Chase, 5'8". I think that's a little too cheap. 4, 5, 9 targets, 13. Now, I know T. Higgins is back, but I still think Jamar Chase is worth a look at 5'8". Definitely not my first option there with Cincinnati, but I still think he's in play. A lot of people are high on Golladay for 5'9". I don't mind it too if you're going to do a Detroit stack, like I said. Sorry, not a Detroit stack. Giant stack. I mean, it's a good spot. It's Kenny Golladay. I'm just haunted by him with Detroit, and I just got to somehow get that out of my head. Had a great week last week, but other than that, I mean, not too good. So just alter your expectations. Not my first choice, probably not even my 10th choice, but he's in play. Marvin Jones Jr. at 5'7". This guy's still too cheap for a number 1 option with Jacksonville. Kind of come back down to earth his last game, only 5 DK points, but look for a nice bounce back spot because here's why. Tennessee is the absolute worst in the NFL against wide receivers this year when it comes to fantasy. 32nd in the league. So give me some Marvin Jones Jr., especially at 5'7", guys. He's got the best matchup on the slate when it comes on paper. He does. Devontae Parker, Miami stack. I like him at 5'4". He was limited, so that he's probably going to play in week 5. These guys are cheap. Tampa Bay's ranked 31st in the league against wide receivers, guys. So give me that sneaky Miami stack. Give me some Devontae Parker at 5'4". Tyler Boyd is way too cheap at 5'3", man. 24, 14, 14, 11, 6, 9 targets. He'll probably go back down to 10 to 9 targets, maybe. It depends on, how much T. Higgins gets, right? Or maybe Tyler Boyd's just going to be the dude like he was supposed to be last year. But yeah, 5'3", I don't mind it. Antonio Brown at 5'2", I think is a little too cheap. Again, no Gronk. So 11 targets last week with no Gronk. That's really promising. I know only 13 DK points, but the team overall had a shitty day. Tom Brady had 0 passing touchdowns, if I remember correctly. So don't see that again against Miami. So yeah, Antonio Brown's really sneaky at 5-2, man. AJ Green, Arizona, 5-1. That's right. AJ Green, it's 2021. We didn't go on a time machine. We're talking about AJ Green right now. 6 targets a game, 13, 19, 18 DK points in his last 3, guys. Don't mind it at all, for especially only 5-1. We're getting lots of value. I've been talking about him. T. Higgins is back for Cincinnati. 5K, even 5K. I don't mind taking a shot here. Fanduel, though, he's really priced up. $1,700 more. Fanduel, I might pump the brakes a little bit there. But DraftKings, you're getting a good deal at 5K. Hunter Renfrow, 4.9K. Finally, the Hunter Renfrow we've all been waiting for. Nice slot receiver. 8, 6, 7 targets in his last 3. He gets a Chicago defense ranked 29th in the league against wide receivers. So not a lot of people are talking about Hunter Renfrow, but for 4.9, man, that's really good value. LaVisca Chenault at 4.8. Give me some. Absolutely. Especially since they're down receivers, man. Jacksonville is going to need this man. When it's not Marvin Jones Jr. time, you got LaVisca Chenault in the slot getting 7 targets, 17 DK points last week. Don't mind it, especially for only 4.8K. $1,000 more on FanDuel. Another Detroit receiver, Khalif Raymond at 4.8. I might rather go here. You guys are going to call me crazy, but Khalif Raymond over my boy, my man, Kenny Golladay, right? He's only 4.8. 6 and 10 targets in his last 2. 13 and 20 DK points. He's a lot cheaper than Golladay. 4.8. This is where you kind of gotta get different, guys. You want to take down that milli maker. You got to go with the less chalkier plays. Right now, only at 1% ownership. I kind of like it. And give me some Jalen Waddle, also 4.8. Part of that Miami stack I like. Just the quarterback, the tight end, and the wide receivers. Fuck the running back. All right. 4.8K. This kid's having a great year. He only had 4 targets last week for 6 DK points. Other than that, 13 and 8 targets the weeks before that. 18, 10 DK points. Let's see. Kadarius Toney for the Giants. 4K. I think that's a little cheap. He got 9 targets last week, 14 DK points. Again, Dallas is ranked 30th in the league against wide receivers, so I can keep going for some more value. I'm even willing to go back to KJ Osborne because he's so cheap. He's only on DraftKings, though. FanDuel, I don't think you need to go there. 3.8K. We know he's got upside. We know what his upside is. 20 or more DK points. 5 and 7 in his last 2. If you're looking for a 3K player that will not dud on you in a high-scoring game, give me some KJ Osborne. Again, in the 3K range, I like it. It's one of the safer plays. Jacoby Myers, 5.6K. I know it sounds like a damn law firm, but this dude does everything. In case you didn't watch the game, the last game, he's also a quarterback at times out there. So fantasy gold right here at 5.6. Give me some Jacoby and Myers. Christian Kirk, I'm going to give him another shot. 4.9K. He burnt everybody in the prison pocket last week with 1 target and only 2 DK points. I don't know how that's possible, seeing as they scored so many points, but before that, guys, I mean, 20 and 10, 24 before that. So Christian Kirk, you get him at 2% this week at 4.9. I don't mind that. There's so many ways to go. It depends on what team you're going to stack. So I'm giving you all these options. I'm giving you guys tons of good value. So that's it for wide receiver. Let's go to tight end. Depending on what team you're going to stack, I got you with these players. So Dalton Schultz, 4.4K, a little too cheap. $1,800 more on FanDuel. The Giants are ranked 29th in the league against tight ends. Targets, man, 7 and 8 in his last 2. It looks like he's going to be the pass-catching tight end. We didn't know at the beginning of the season, but now we know. And at 4.4, get him in there, guys. He's outscoring freaking Amari Cooper. Mike Gesicki for Miami, part of that Miami stack. Tampa Bay's ranked 27th in the league against tight ends. The targets are there every week, 6, 12, and 6. These are teams that never threw to their tight ends, right? Like Buffalo is the same way. Miami's finally doing it. 7, 19, 17 DK points in his last 3. So give me some Mike Gesicki at 4.2, part of my Miami stack. Hunter Henry has the best matchup on paper, 3.7K. Check it out, guys. Houston's ranked 32nd in the league against tight ends. The worst at covering tight ends in the league. Hunter Henry's coming off a 5-target game, 13 DK points, and at 3.7, I don't mind a shot there, especially in GPPs. Right now, he's only at 1%. Right now, the ownership's just pretty much spread out on tight ends. Evan Ingram, fuck no. I can't do it. I can't do it. CJ Uzama, I think, is chasing. Let me just take them off right now. Noah Fant. Give me some Noah Fant this week, guys. 4.9K. I really like it. I really like him this week against Pittsburgh, man. Pittsburgh is awful. No offense to Pittsburgh Steelers fans, man. No offense. I'm a man without a team, okay? I got no dog in the fight. But he's $1,000 more on FanDuel. Like I said last week, man, he would reap the benefits. And he did. He had 10 targets, 17 DK points. He's got his quarterback back this week. Noah Fant, get him in there. I think he'll be super low owned. Zach Ertz at 3.4. He's finally resurrected. 7 and 8 targets in his last 2 games. 15 and 12 DK points. So not bad for only 3.4K, dude. I mean, lots of value on the slate. If you want to get really stupid, you can go Ross Dwelly, 2.7K. 1 target, 9 DK points last week. But they're missing their tight end. So who else is he going to throw to? If he wants to go to his tight end, right? So I think that's going to do it. I was kind of looking at Cameron Brate, then I kind of went, real quick. So, all right, guys. So that's going to do it for tight ends. Defenses, I always punt defenses. Always. If you got the salary, I mean, if you're sitting there with hella salary on the table, I mean, yeah, by all means, pay up. Like the Raiders defense looks pretty good this week at 2.9 against Chicago until they get their shit together. Yeah, just go the Raiders defense. That's pretty good value. But yeah, I would just punt, guys. The other thing you don't want your defense to do is get you negative points, which the Redskins have done this year. One of the few teams who have. So yeah, I just punted defense. But yeah, again, tight ends. I mean, with no George Kittle, I'm actually feeling this Ross Dwelly pick right here at 2.7. We'll see what happens, man. You got to get crazy. You got to get stupid if you're going to win this Millie Maker. It does take some luck, a lot of skill, but you got to see these edges. You got to see which way the needle's pointing. You know what I'm saying? And then you go the opposite way. You got to get really creative to win this Millie Makers, man. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. Again, thank you so much for all the support lately. NBA is back. I know this channel's blowing up. NFL, we got every sport going right now. This is a great time to be alive. Don't forget, dfsclub.com. Come join the family. We'd love to have you. Cheapest in the industry by far, and it's not even close. And what you're looking at right here is Draft Dashboard, only $1 for 30 days. Secret stack of the week. Skywalker's sneaky stack is the Miami Dolphins, guys, except for the running backs. All right? So with that said, let's say a prayer, and we're going to get up out of here, guys. We got to set our alarms. We got to get up early and play some DFS all day. So here we go. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your pets. Thank you, God, for another day on planet Earth, for every day is a true blessing. What do we say, guys? Let's get this bread. Don't take shit from nobody. Absolutely nobody. My name's Gabriel Skywalker, your host. Thank you guys so much. Take care. I love you. I'll see you in the next one.